What's their reaction on the NBA going with the new format for the All-Star game? USA versus the world.
Well, that would be great. I think they probably read. I probably communicated with them telepathically, and hence this. That would be great. As even obviously, it's no news for no one that there's been a lot of critics about the All Star game um, because of lack of performance, lack of aggression and defense, and therefore you have these past. I would say this past five. I think the very last one that everybody enjoyed. I think when LeBron James. It was LeBron James versus Steph Curry. I don't remember which format it was, but there was one of those in the past 5 or 6 years that was good. But other than that, every year, it's been the same complaint that the players don't seem to be too enthusiastic and
Mm-hmm.
too serious about the All Star. It's been a lot of critics, and of course, pretty much every year they try to bounce, mix things up to see what we can do. Last year, as they were discussing what format to use, in my mind, I was like, why they don't do that though? Why they don't, juxtapose the American players against the international players? And the reason for it, RJ, here's the reason for it. Here's why he's going to be excited. In the past 10 years, RJ, if we pay attention to the league, there's been the MVP of the league, RJ. Who's been the MVP of the league?
The
International
world.
player,
Oh yeah.
right? The world. So what it means that, slowly but surely, I think the world has been on the rise, right? We can
But
see
but
this.
but yes, we asked you this question because I was watching something. Are like will they take it, serious from, international players? Because they, in the stats line, I was reading well, I was not reading something, I was watching something. Luka averaged 4 points in the All Star game. Joker's averaged damn near like 8 points in the All Star game.
Would be different. The context of it would be
Okay.
different. The context would be different because it will not be because that who I was listening to or actually I was listening to LeBron's podcast yesterday as he had Luca on the podcast, and they were talking about how it took them. LeBron was talking about how it took them so long as American players to get the context of the competition because here in America it's so big, right? The league is so big, the competition is so huge and massive. When you go to represent America, it's not all the time contextualized for the players who understand they
Yeah.
represent very few of them, as opposed to the American players, the international players, when they come representing the country, they represent the country. And Luca was giving the example. He said, "Yes, we take this very seriously." You know what I mean? Because they know what they're fighting for. They know what they try to represent, and they
Yeah.
know what America represents. Also, it's always an opportunity for them to make the name. Part of the reason why you can make the case, part of the reason why that Jokic and Luka um, has not performed in the All Star is because maybe they don't take they don't see no competition. You see how they play when they're playing for the team. It's a
Yeah.
pride thing. It's an ego thing. I think what's going to happen if you just suppose the international players to the American players, the pride is gonna kick in. It's gonna be some kind of semi FIBA World Cup, and I think the American players they will want to represent, just like the world players they will want to represent, making the cap arrived as they have shown this in the past 10 years.